I've been an Arsenal fan for a very long time, all my life. I grew up, watching Thierry Henry, Nwako Kanu, Patrick Vieira, and all those guys from the Invincibles. You fell in love with them because they were just so dominant, they were so good. And they also played a style of football that was really, really attractive. It was hard not to fall in love with it. What they represented for the city of London at the time, the cultural impact that they had. But the challenge with that was, as a kid, you just think that that's how it's going to be forever. And for us, it wasn't. For 22 years, we didn't win. We didn't win the league again after the Invincibles in 2004. And it's really hard to imagine that that team would have been our last league title for 22 years. Those 22 years meant lots of pain, lots of just hoping that next season will be different. And for a lot of times it wasn't, until Mikel Arteta came. And even while he was here, we still had lots of challenges. But I think one thing that I really believed in was his vision. He communicated his vision very clearly when he joined. He was a new manager, obviously. He told us what he was going to do, connect the fans, connect the club. We came second again, and second one more time. And at some point, you started to think it's never going to happen. I had a strong feeling that this year was going to be different. And so I wanted to document as much of the experience as I could so that I could remember exactly that feeling. It's impossible to tell the story of the North London Derby without talking about the internal memo. The internal memo is just a group chat with me and a few of my friends. I call them brothers, actually. So it's Kay, Komi, Samco, 4 of us. We created that group just so that we could express our truest feelings about the game. And so I remember a few months before the North London Derby, and I sent a message to the group chat saying, I think I want to go watch the game. And it was just, just kind of kickstarting the conversation. And from there, there's buy-in, and maybe Kate and Samco are saying they want to go. Next thing you know, we're looking at tickets, and we're looking at flight tickets and accommodation. And before you know it, Samco is on a flight from Toronto to London. I'm flying from Los Angeles. Kay is, flying from Jersey. And we're in London, and we're watching the game.
Let me hear that. Let me hear that. 11 minutes out of the group chat.
Get into the stadium. You're just even building up to the stadium. You're seeing the fans go against each other. The Arsenal fans on one end, the Spurs fan giving it as much as they're taking it. Chants. Everything was just so much fun. It's just such a fun experience to be a part of.
Gyökeres can take it with him. Gyökeres for 4!
We won, I think it was 4-1. Eze scored a hat-trick in what I thought was the performance of the season. And, we left there thinking, man, how do we top this? And it kind of set the tone. We did get on a plane back to London to catch another game that was just even more exciting. One of the unexpected parts of this journey was the Arsenal Los Angeles group. We came about the Arsenal Los Angeles group by accident almost. Samco was visiting from Toronto, and we wanted to find a place where we could watch the game with other Arsenal fans. We looked up a spot and we found one on Instagram, and we drove down there to watch the Southampton game, which was the FA Cup, I think, quarterfinals game. And I went there a few times after that. I think my first three games, I was 0 for 3. So we didn't win any of the first 3 games. And I remember Samco would always tell me to not go there anymore because it's just bad omen. But there was something about the Arsenal Los Angeles group that I connected with. There was something about showing up and finding a community of people who just share the same love for the game, and particularly for the same team. I'm headed to the Arsenal Los Angeles community where Samco and I watched the game last week. Right now it is 3:45 in the Pacific time. The game starts at 4:30, so I'm gonna go check it out myself to see, if people are actually crazy enough to be awake at this time. I think I remember going to the Bournemouth game, which was a 4:30 game on the Pacific time here, and by 4 a.m. people were lining up at the door waiting for the pub to open, and that was just incredible to me that people would show up that early for a team halfway across the world in London to share that passion. It is 4:16 right now, and everyone's active. People had like their first or second cups of coffee already. Arsenal Los Angeles is the community that I'm happy to be a part of. You kind of learn a lot about the club through those experiences. You see that you can find a group that you share the pain with, and you share the excitement of winning as well.
But I'm gonna show you what's good.
All right, show me.
So we do.
Oh yeah.
4 a.m. faithful, baby.
Oh, that's what it's called, the 4 a.m. faithful. Yeah, all right.
This is how we roll.
All right.
You already know.
But more than anything, what I've learned through Arsenal Los Angeles and all the different communities I'm part of to support the club is that it's more than the journey. It's more than the season and the games that we play. It's also about the people that you get to do it with. Another loss for Arsenal.
Going for the trophies in Man City would be massive.
Arsenal progress to the next round and Manchester City get blown away.
Man City.
Rodri, Haaland! City 2, Arsenal 1, Erling Haaland again!
There are games that are worth 3 points. In football, when you win a game, it's 3 points. But some games feel like they're worth a lot more than 3 points, and that was what Man City felt like. We had just lost to them in the Carabao Cup a few weeks before. We're in a bit of a bad run, and we needed to beat them, to extend our lead at the top of the table. Yeah, I'm heading to the Fox and Hounds in Los Angeles. I'll be joining the Arsenal community. Samco isn't a big fan of me doing that because the last 2 times I've been there, we lost both games, and so it feels like bad omen, but I'm confident that today would, kind of stop that trend. I'm looking forward to a positive result here. Game started not as great. We conceded first, if I remember, and then we equalized. That from there, you're quite optimistic about the results, and we lost.
A game City had to win!
And I think that was the first time that fear really started to creep in. Because this is a team that has kind of denied us, the trophy for 2 of the 3 seasons before. And you think, here we go again. The story's telling itself one more time.
But now you're in a position where I don't think you even best like Pochettino's Spurs. And I don't think Arsenal finished first this season. So I think we look back at this season and say, damn, you guys weren't even as good as Poch's Spurs that came second.
I remember talking to my internal memo. We got on the phone, and it wasn't the greatest. We were starting to kind of lose the hope a little bit. Yo, we're in trouble, guys. We're in big trouble. There is big fire on the mountain, guys. I think it's time to cancel the flights. Oh man. I don't know, mate. It's time to cancel the flights because I'm not ready. We're not ready.
My frustration is, should we be here? And how many times have we seen this thing play out?
There's something about that day that I remember. Samco had called the group back and just said, hey, from here it's 5 games. It's a shootout at this point. Wherever we got to go win our 5, and they got to win their 5, and whoever gets the better results amongst between the 2 teams gets the title.
I still feel relaxed about it. Is there concerns? Yes, but the concerns are coming from, like you said, what we've seen before, right? At the same time, I can come out and tell you that I've seen league titles won basically in the 93rd minute of the season. Why would I give up now?
We'd already bought our tickets at this point to go be with the boys at the end of the season. And I think that was the one game that probably tested a lot of Arsenal fans. and it's the one that I'll look back on personally as a point that brought that let us know what this team was really about in this title race.
This is the Premier League. This is why we say it's one of the toughest leagues in the world, if not the toughest league in the world.
Burnley was kind of like the North London Derby. I think as soon as we came back from the North London Derby in November, just before December, we made up our minds. And so we decided we were going to go to the Emirates. We bought our tickets, obviously not knowing all the things that were going to transpire in between. I think we're really confident that we were going to get it done.
Come a long way, my guy. We've come a long way. We decided to start the Lounge 11 podcast this season because we're big fans of Arsenal, but more than anything, we love talking about football.
Well, I'm feeling very positive, very, very positive. I think I was telling you the other day that I'm quite confident that I've seen enough from the boys to suggest that they really want it. And, we just have to push them now as fans. So that's why we're out today. We are here to support the boys.
I had never seen anything like that before. I thought North London Derby was exciting. Burnley was another level.
I don't want to jinx it, but I'm really excited. I just can't wait. If we get a celebration here, it will just be great. I'm buzzing. I have no words.
When the bus was coming out, the energy, and everybody believed. You could feel like this was really going to happen for us.
We haven't won the league for 22 years.
Yeah.
What do you think happens to this club the minute we lift that trophy, if and when we do?
I think we're going to lift it again next season.
Oh,
yeah.
Yo, Samco. We are here after the game, 1-0 to the Arsenal. This is 20-30 minutes after the game. The stadium is still rocking. How was that experience for you today?
Oh, this experience was nice, man. Last game, one more to go.
We won the game that day, and for 2 hours after, the Emirates was still packed. People were still celebrating as if we had won the league. Luckily for me, I got a chance to catch the game with Samco the next day, Man City versus Bournemouth. And they ended up drawing the game, but that was more than enough to get Arsenal our first win in 22 years. And it was remarkable.
Arsenal, the Premier League champions! A true magical moment and exactly what these future players.
Come on!
The emotions were through the roof. The parties in the streets were something else. And it's truly something I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Last night was mad real. We were crowned champions for the first time in 22 years. We have a flight right now. Well, we have a flight this morning. We're going to Lisbon, Portugal, just to spend a few days before the Crystal Palace game. We are still here in Lisbon. But yeah, we're having fun out here in Lisbon. It's kind of cool to go and experience the city. Looking forward to some of the other things that Lisbon has to offer. But back on the Arsenal-related discussions, a lot of people are planning around the parade. The parade has been scheduled for the day after the Champions League final, which is May 31st. So I have a lot of friends that are planning to be there. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there as I'll be back stateside, but I will be watching that game. And I look forward to us winning that game as well. Bon appétit. It is Coronation Day today in London, which means that today is the day that Arsenal will be officially crowned champions of England.
Here's the scene, the trophy coming out, the Cronkies are there, Stan and Josh. Arsenal, the Premier League champions!
So it is the day after Coronation Day, the day after we became officially the champions of England. The celebrations, I've been watching every last video. Something really hit me yesterday, just kind of experiencing that. I watched it at the pub and with a bunch of other fans as well. And I think just going through, the game was done, and then 30 minutes after or thereabout, there was the trophy presentation ceremony, and fans stuck around for that. Like, the game was done, and it was such a remarkable experience. People were singing, people were holding on to each other, people were hugging, high-fiving, and someone had asked me if I felt if there was a thug tear, and that was as close as it came. But it's been such a fabulous experience here in London, supporting the team, supporting the boys. I have full faith in them as we now look ahead to the Champions League final next week. I'll unfortunately not be able to see that live in Budapest, as my time here has come to an end in London. I have to head back home. Thank you, London, and looking ahead to Budapest for the Champions League final. Today is the Champions League final, the day of the Champions League final. We are playing PSG Paris Saint-Germain in Budapest. So I am back stateside. I am in Michigan this weekend for a family function. So unfortunately, I couldn't be in Budapest or in London for the parade right after. I found a Detroit chapter here for Arsenal where they're showing a game. So it's going to be at a place called McShane's Irish Pub, similar to the one we have back in Los Angeles. So come with me, let's head off to McShane Irish Pub here in Detroit and watch the game.
All right, the second half is about to kick off. We are going back into McShane's Irish Pub. It's exciting. People are packed, people are energetic. You're a hater, right? You came here to hate today.
Just for the game.
Just for the game.
We have to take, right?
All right, man. Yeah, we're going to get it done.
Yeah, we're going to win. PSG will win.
What's that?
PSG is going to win the cup.
I really got to see firsthand, with working around with a camera as well, is what it meant to others, right? It meant so much to others. And there's such a surreal out-of-body experience there where it's like, wow, we did it. But then look what it means to these people.
I love how joyful and how hopeful people are. We've already won the league.
I'm walking in the train station, I'm walking on the streets, I'm walking back home, and people just want to dap you up. They want to give you high fives, they want to give you hugs. And as I reflect on what this trip has meant, I also remind myself that you don't want to take these things for granted.
We're champions, man. We're champions.
It took us 22 years to win our next title. Hopefully it doesn't take quite as long to win subsequent ones, but this is the first one that I'm truly experiencing as an adult. And I'm glad I got a chance to do it here in London. I'm glad I got a chance to do it with, my brothers, and we experienced all of this together. And it's something that I wouldn't take for granted.